My fault, y'all. I didn't realize y'all couldn't hear it. It's a real win. And I win. It's a real win. Yo. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall. And I've returned tonight to whap and tap on your head with another ADH wealth solution. So today is a late night lesson, and I'm going to add Dave Ramsey. Before I go in, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of the video. So as we proceed to give you what you need, I'm going to be real brief today. I'm just going to read over this article, but it's fairly recent and some happenings that happened with Dave Ramsey. So recently he had, I guess, something that happened on his show, which is why it's difficult to be a licensed financial professional and have a call-in show, because people come in and ask for specific advice. And the difficulty with giving specific advice to people is if you don't have the opportunity to sit down and basically onboard them, which is collect certain information that is pertinent to you making a recommendation on their finances, you can actually do harm to them. So let's take a look at this article, and then I'm going to get out of here. So it says, Dave Ramsey is getting blasted online for saying he's perfectly comfortable with an 8% withdrawal rate in retirement. Critics call his advice scary, dangerous, and wrong. Who's right? One fellow finance influencer went as far as to say Ramsey is living in a fantasy world. This is an article by Bethan Moorcraft from November 14th, 2023. That's the reason why I wanted to read it, because it literally just came across my feed today. So I found it interesting. So it says, money personality Dave Ramsey has landed himself in hot water after a spectacular on-air rant about the popular 4% rule for retirement withdrawals. It all started when a 30-year-old man with $120,000 already saved for retirement called into the Ramsey show to ask what percentage of his assets he should plan to withdraw in retirement over a 30-year time period. Don't miss. Commercial real estate has outperformed the S&P over 25 years. Okay. So that's an advertisement. I'm not going to read the advertisement. So Ramsey's 8% suggestion. For years, financial planners and retirees have relied on the 4% rule, coined in 1994 by financial advisor Bill Bengen, which states retirees should plan to withdraw 4% of their assets every year, increasing or decreasing that distribution annually based on inflation. But Ramsey slammed the commonly used rules and the goobers that preach it, stating it's too low, it's not realistic. You need to live on 4% of your money for your nest egg to survive. If you only withdraw 4% from an investment portfolio that is earning 12% compound annual growth, Ramsey thinks you're missing out on a big opportunity. Where the flip is the other 8%, where the flip is the other 8% going, said Ramsey. Well, 4% went into inflation, and the other 4% is just sitting there. So you're growing your investments instead of living off them. I'm not destroying the nest egg. I'm not even touching it. I'm growing the nest egg by leaving 4% in there and taking 8% off of a 12% growth rate. That would be cool if inflation was only 4%. What's going on, Miss Queen? Like I said, this is going to be real fast because I'm just reading the article and then I'm hopping off and going to bed. With $1 million saved for retirement, Ramsey said, you should be able to withdraw $80,000 each year in retirement and never destroy your nest egg. He said, telling people $1 million in savings would only safely result in $40,000 in annual income in retirement. It's just bogus math from super nerds that are stealing people's hope. On a basic level, his live on-air math about an 8% withdrawal rate checks out, but it's based on a lot of assumptions. For instance, it assumes that you'll have the majority, if not all, of your portfolio invested in equities, which is a risky strategy for retirees that will consistently achieve an 11 to 12% return. Not only that, Ramsey also fails to mention additional expenses like management expense ratio or mutual funds and exchange traded funds, which typically ranges between 0.5 and 2%. So those are money management fees, or those 2 and 20 fees that I tell you about. So it's 2% of your net worth annually and 20% of your capital gains. So these omissions during his very heated tirade against 4% withdrawal rate morons are what has gotten Ramsey's critics so riled up. Well, what are the critics saying? Dave McKnight, author of The Power of Zero, took aims at Ramsey in a YouTube video where he said the radio host was living in a fantasy world where he thinks these kinds of stratospheric distribution rates are sustainable in retirement. McKnight's biggest issue with the 8% withdrawal rate is that it doesn't account for investment volatility. Just because you average 11.8% per year, if that's even possible, doesn't mean that that you'll be getting precisely the result each and every year, he said. As it turns out, the order in which you experience returns in retirement is one of the biggest keys in determining whether your retirement assets will last through life expectancy. Fellow personal finance author Rob Berger made a similar point on his YouTube channel. Dave is fundamentally wrong. Without equivocation, he is wrong. and 8% withdrawal rate would be incredibly dangerous. Read more. Rich young Americans have lost confidence in the stock market and are betting on these three assets instead. Okay, that's another advertisement. So, what is the withdrawal rate for you? There are a few things to bear in mind when considering Ramsey's 8% withdrawal rate over the traditional and conservative 4% rate, or even 3% as money moving Suze Orman would have you consider in this time of economic volatility. Ramsey's calculation is based on the assumption that your retirement portfolio will be entirely made up of stocks, which would be unusual as retirees are generally advised to shift their portfolios away from stocks and towards more conservative investments like bonds as they grow older. It is also important to consider how sequence risk, which refers to how the order and timing of poor investment returns, for instance, due to a stock market slump, can have a big impact on how long your retirement savings will last. As Berger pointed out, if we get really bad years, that is, stock market losses and inflation in the early years of retirement, that has a compounding effect. We can have bad years to begin with that are so bad that it tanks our retirement. The most important thing to remember is that everyone's financial situation at retirement is different. And while a percentage rule might be a good starting point, you may want to tweak it to suit your situation. If you're unsure of what retirement strategy will work best, consider working with a financial advisor who can help you navigate your specific financial needs. Okay. And that's the end of it. So that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. And remember, folks, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute, salute, salute.